Well, hey, Freedom Prayer team, it's been a while since I've sent you a video. Have a couple of announcements for you, and then just a sort of a training tip that I'm going to start doing, Tuesday training tips. So this will be our first one. But first, a couple of things I'd love for you to get on the calendar. Number one, we are having Jennifer Barnett come in to visit us at the end of October. So October 27th and 28th, she'll be coming in to lead the Well event for the women. But we're going to leverage her time here on Sunday the 27th and Monday in the daytime or the morning time, the 28th. I'm not sure how that's going to work yet, but maybe you could star those days on your calendar and just, keep them handy and available if possible. The second thing is Tim and Brittany Ultimus have generously agreed to have us at their home for, just some time to be social together, to chat a little bit about Freedom Prayer. So we're going to look to meet either July 28th or August 4th, which are both Sundays, right after church, like 1 o'clock. Go to their house, and then we'll have food and just some fun, and we want to share some time and grow as a team together. So if you could check out in the email, just send me an email back with which one of those days or both that you're available. That will help us choose the day where most of us can be together. So, okay. And then finally, just to kind of update you on where we're at with the launch of Freedom Prayer. We are a month and a week or so into our soft launch, and way to go. I'm proud of our team for really moving forward. We've had about 7 to 8 prayer times a week, 6 to 8 during that span of time. And so we're distributing the chair 1s, 2s, and 3s, trying out people in those chairs, getting some feedback, and all of that work that we have to continue doing for a little bit. It probably will be sort of early October, late September, that we make some sort of announcement. But until then, we're just stripping out to different groups of people. Like, we'll leverage the Well for sure in October. Young adults, people that have graduated from Rooted, we'll get to some small groups and things like that. So we're moving forward, and we're gonna probably in the next week, those other letters will go out to try to get some people to sign up. But as far as putting it on the website and making it live, probably not till after the fall launch in September. Just want to make sure we're good. And part of the feedback I've gotten from a bunch of you in the debriefs has been we need a little bit more time to settle in and to have some more prayer times under our belt before we feel very confident. I trust that. I agree with that. And so I want to lean into that. So I want to continue the debriefs, and the feedback that you're giving me after each one is super helpful. I'm grateful that you guys are willing to do that and pick up no offense. We all just need to be teachable and know that we're learning something brand new. So cool thing. I spoke with Shannon this morning and Pastor Dave this afternoon, and I feel very aligned in a place that God has really laid on my heart for Freedom Prayer. We weren't even really talking about Freedom Prayer, but moving forward as a church, one of the places we really want to lean into is this connection with God, the establishing the relationship and the abiding place with God deeper. We all sort of identify that this is a place where we really need to lean in and develop that personal connection, personal relationship with Him that really sustains everything else in your spiritual journey, including freedom. So that's today's tip topic, connection. I've heard from many of you guys that have been having prayer times that this is challenging. It's challenging for a couple of reasons, right? One, some are coming in and they just don't know how to do that. So we have to begin to develop as a team some more sort of tips and tricks, some more ways in to that connection piece, the ways to turn on that right brain, those screens, so that they can begin to experience and encounter God, because it's really head knowledge for a lot of people and a set of beliefs that people are assenting to rather than a deep relational space with the Lord. And there's lots of people too that belong in the Lord that maybe think that's happening, but we're finding out that's not necessarily true. So our job is to plumb that connection as much as we can. You just got to keep asking questions. So if you ask what their connection is and somebody tells you they're connected, that's not enough. If somebody tells you this is how they always see God. It's not enough. You need to get into that space with them, see what they're seeing, ask them, are you seeing, sensing, feeling, hearing anything? Everybody's not visual, we know that, but that is the way it will happen a lot of the time. So lean in. If they don't have anything, you just have to wait. So that's where you're going to bring in some of the scriptures, ask a couple more questions. If they're having a sense or a feeling, you need to explore that. What are you feeling right now? Do you sense God with you? And then, what is his countenance towards you? What do you sense he's feeling towards you? These are really important. Is he smiling? Is there anyone else there? Where are you? All of these questions will help them and will help the Lord actually just have the space to work and to show them things. So it's our job to facilitate the process of opening up and allowing that connection to be formed even more deeply. So the other thing is, I think we need to understand something really important. If the connection isn't happening, freedom prayer doesn't work. That's as blunt as I can be about it. This model doesn't work without that. So if you press forward without connection, you're going to end up taking charge of the prayer time instead of God being in charge. So I've heard multiple times that people come in, they tell you, what they're going to have a prayer time, what they're coming in with. And once the person asks about connection, they go immediately into asking about that issue, or where's the first time you felt it, or what's the memory. That is not how freedom prayer works. What we need to do is, once the connection is established, then we ask Jesus where he wants to go. You may think that is excess time that you don't need to do, but we're finding that 50% of the time it's actually what they came in to talk about, and 50% of the time it's something totally different. It was something totally different in my own prayer time. Didn't expect it. And we're hearing that a lot. So you can't assume that what they think is what God is wanting to deal with, or that they're even ready to deal with. We have to understand that there are layers happening that are being uncovered in people's life. One layer is amazing. We may not get deep healing in many of these prayer times. The wins are going to be, are they abiding? Are they connecting with Jesus? That's the first foundational place that we want to get deep roots in. None of the rest of their life with God is going to matter if they can't connect with him. This will just be a passing, helpful space, but it won't last. It's only when they can connect and reconnect with him and learn how to do that themselves that it becomes a sustainable sort of place of healing and growth for them. So here's what I know. The Lord has pressed on my heart that this is a place that we're going to stand, that we're not moving from this particular vision, because it's so important for the life of our church. And I'm honored to carry that ball with you guys. But I will say that I've been wrestling too. The reason I'm bringing this to you today is, in the last couple of weeks, God's been really dealing with me with my own issues in this area. As I lead the ministry, I have felt stress about, how the things are, just the details of it, and the results and all of that, God, what's happening, and experiencing doubts and just things you deal with when you're trying to sort of hold it a little too tightly. And the Lord just really showing me that there are things I'm holding that I shouldn't be holding. And there are things I'm feeling responsible for that really belong to him. And so I'm learning, walking through my own freedom prayer stuff, to kind of deal with the fact that, there are times in my ministry that I've really understood and leaned on my own gifts so much. I didn't think I was doing that, but clearly I was doing that. And this is a place for me to mature in my own faith and my own growth. And to realize it's always been him. It's always been just him who's leading. And so I think the same is true for all of us in these prayer times. We can't hold what we're not supposed to hold. We can't be responsible for an outcome. It really has to be him. I want to go first in this place, and I really want to work on my own areas. I hope that you do the same. this is one of the ways I've talked about us growing in dependence on the Lord and in trust, places I thought I had nailed down pretty well, and they're being exposed. So I want us to, as a team, realize this is according to my own prayer, to our leadership's prayer. This is the vision forward. The deep healing will come as we continue to build this foundation. So lean in to the times of connection. Enjoy it. It's so much fun to watch the Lord come into the room and to take over where we were once trying to sort of lead the boat. Amazing things are happening. There are some incredible places that people are experiencing freedom, but multiple times where they've experienced for the first time just connecting with the Lord. My heart wants to jump at that, and I hope yours does too. So that's our tip for this week. And remember, if you could just shoot back an email about the dates, that would be great for Tim and Britt's house. And also, Deneen sent you out a new survey to fill out your times. We got to really lock those in for Planning Center. If you haven't done that, please do it. If nothing's changed in your schedule, at least you need to write us back to let us know if you're open to being on online prayer times that we will probably begin to roll out in September. Okay, guys, love you. I'm so excited that we're in this together. I'm so encouraged as to where we're going, and look forward to the future. Have a great day.